Hey friends, welcome back. Today we are going to play with the Wendy Vecchi's From the Garden collection. This is a new release and it contains this vintage florals die set, which is a stackable die set with a lot of really intricate etchings into it. And it also includes a hello die and some foliage. And it really creates beautiful stackable florals. They're very vintage feeling and inked up. They're really beautiful. So this also has a heartfelt thanks and scallop die set. This is 10 pieces and includes a small heart concentric set, 3 A2 and smaller dies for framing, and then a thanks set of dies here for sentiments. Very, very handy and useful. This set here, Garden Party, is a really nice sentiment set with this large floral to be able to color. Now you could color this with your markers or pencils, or you can choose to buy the bundle that comes with the coordinating stencil. Now this is not a standalone stencil, so it's not being offered individually. So if you're wanting the stencil, you need to purchase the bundle of the 3 together. It's actually discounted on the website, and I will put that bundle link down below since it does have a slight discount to it. I thought the 3 of these together were at a nice price point. And I do have a sample of this here later in the video, so stick around. And then the star of today's show, and what we're going to be playing with mostly, is the Flowers and Foliage 3D embossing folder. This is stunning. I love this. So without any more waiting, let's jump on in. This is what we're going to reach for. This is what we're after. So the first thing we're going to do is actually emboss our craft cardstock. So I'm going to use the new Mighty Mister. This has become my embossing friend. And we're using the universal plate system with our Platinum 6. So I'm going to give this one nice spray off camera, and I usually hold it a little ways away, probably about so far away, and just give it one mist, because this comes out in a very uniformed misting, which is nice because you get the whole coverage without squirting. So that's what I'm doing off camera here. One. There we go. That's all you have to do. So then we will put it in the embossing folder. Okay. Straighten that up. And the beauty about the universal plate system is the adapter plate D is all you need for embossing. So you have your base plate, your 3D embossing folder with your paper inside, and then adapter D. And it's easy to remember because it's D as in 3D. The other beautiful thing about this platform is it tells you all of the sandwiches on the platform itself. So if you're not sure, you have a cheat sheet, which is something that makes life so much easier. So I'm going to take this out here. And there is our gorgeous embossing. Isn't it beautiful? Now I just realized I did something out of order, but if necessary, we'll re-emboss to bring it out. But I forgot, and I did not die cut this first. So, and I'm noticing now, this is not nearly as as detailed as this is. So you see how I lost the embossing? Look at that right there. You see how I lost the embossing when I ran it through the die cut machine? So you see, we're learning together. I knew I was supposed to die cut this first, but I forgot. So look at though by me not doing it the first time either, you can see the huge difference that you lose if you die cut after embossing. So I had not even realized that until right now. Now I knew the order of things that you're supposed to do, but never actually looked at a side-by-side comparison. So wow, big difference, huh? So let's go ahead and ink this up and die cut it. I'm going to use the largest scallop from the Heartfelt Thanks scallop. That's what we're going to be die cutting this out with. We're going to be inking with Wendy's Mulberry Archival ink. So all I'm going to do is take this and turn it around upside down and stay parallel with my glass mat and just gently go over the embossing like so. You can go as hard as you want, but if you go too hard, you'll get the background. So just take your time, kind of go in different directions, and you'll get the detail that you're after. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. So here is what we got, just with the little ink smearing on there. You can also do that with a brayer if you want to. So I'm going to die cut this real quick, change my sandwich, putting adapter plate B on top of A. Grab some of my Altenew satin tape. All right, and run this through your die cut machine. Now, like I said, we're going to need to run this back through if we want that definition. So let's see here. See if I can line it up. There we go. Just takes a minute to line it up carefully. And let's see what we get here. Remember, I'm doing this the hard way. But that is a lot better. So there we go. Got the definition back in those flowers. Okay. So I'm going to move this off screen so we can continue. Okay, here's everything for our card. Now I've just attached a piece of the small berry paper onto our card base, and we're going to attach this here for our layering. And then I've die cut a few of the flowers out of craft card, and we're going to ink those up also with the Mulberry Archival ink. And then I've die cut one of Wendy's hearts from her die set to use as our focal, and one of her sentiments also to use on the front as well. So let's just place that right here. So pretty. And on this, I did ink around it also a little bit here. I think I'm going to pop that up. Put that right there. Then I've got a hello sentiment here that we're going to place down here. And then I've got two of her flowers. I'm going to place at the beginning and the end here and here. And then for these flowers here, we're going to do the same thing or very similar what we did here on the embossing folder, we're just going to take this and I'm going to use the 2-in-1 to hold the die cut down. And I'm just going to drag the ink over the die cut so it brings out all of those etchings, and it also gives a very vintage look to it also. And here again, you can go as dark or as light as you want, and of course you can pick any color as you want. Oops, that one's upside down. But by using your 2-in-1 or any other pokey tool that you have in your stash, you can hold it and not get your fingers all dirty at the same time. Yeah, super pretty. Love that rich color. Then I'm going to just layer this center. I wonder if I should be popping up the center. I'll pop that up. Yeah, I think I do want to pop that up. So let me ignore the fact that I put some glue on that. And I'm going to grab some of these little guys. They won't mind the extra glue being there. Of course, now I'm getting it all over my new nails. That's okay. Okay, let me let that dry for a second. Go ahead and put this one. No, you know what? I want to put these leaves. See where I'm going to put these first. Let's lay these leaves out. See where we want them. Just attach these down. Super easy little simple flower arrangement. And this card actually is completely, I mean, it's all simple. It's a very simple technique, but it looks like it's taking you a lot longer than it really has. Let's see, do I want that way? See which way that bud's going. Yeah. Go ahead and put that down there. And then this guy should be dry enough to get these little backs off. And we will put that right, popped up right there to give some dimension there. Pull that up for you. Isn't that sweet? I haven't made a lot of Valentine's Day cards this year. This kind of makes me think of Valentine's Day, even though it's not Valentine's. But it could definitely be a Valentine's card. Go ahead and get that where we want it. I haven't pushed it down yet because I'm going to tuck these guys under it. Just to pull that same vintage vibe down here that I did with the flowers up there. Just to set the sentiment off a little. And the sentiment I have done extra layers of, like I usually do. Look at that straight on for a second. All right, there we go. So that is our card for today, using Wendy Vecchi's From the Garden collection. And here is my bonus card for today. On this one, I've used Wendy's stamp die and stencil on vellum. Now, this is a technique that's a little backwards from what your normal stenciling is like, because you're stenciling on the back side of the vellum. So you're stenciling backwards. So if you would like to see this technique in an upcoming video, I do have another collection of products that I could do this same technique on, and I could do this as the technique in the video. So let me know in the comments below if that is something you'd be interested in. For this background, I wanted to let you know that I used Petunia as my color. And Petunia is a quite dark color. But after doing the background, just as we did this one, the same way, you notice how muted this one is though? I came in with Versacolor, which is just a white pigment ink, and I rubbed it over the ink that we have put on previously, the petunia. I rubbed over the petunia and got this nice soft purple. Then I inked with the full petunia with a dauber around the outer edge to give it a finished look. So that is how I did this bonus card. And like I said, if you'd like to see this technique, let me know in the comments below, and we will make sure to do that here in the upcoming videos. Have a great day, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing Wendy Vecchi's From the Garden collection. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.